Hi soulmate, I welcome you back to my YouTube channel. Today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to make this luxury bubu with shoulder pleats and lapel using mikado and damask fabric. If you're new here, you're highly welcome. Please make sure you subscribe, like, comment and also share. And to my non-subscribers, thank you guys for supporting my YouTube channel. So without wasting much time, let's dive right into today's tutorial. So right here, I have my mikado and also my damask fabric. I have 2 yards of mikado fabric and 2 yards of damask fabric. Okay, and as you can see, my mikado fabric is on fold. Make sure you fold it into two. Okay, so first I'll go ahead and chalk down my neck width. I'll be making use of neck width 3.5 inches. I'll chalk it down. Neck depth for the back is 1 inches. Okay, my neck depth for the back is 1 inches. After that, I'll go ahead and connect them this way. This is what I have. So next, I'll go ahead and chalk down half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. And from that 8 inches, I'll chalk down the sleeve length. I'm making use of 20 inches, okay? So in total, what I have here is 28 inches, okay? So next, from my sleeve length, I'll come down by 12 inches for my sleeve opening, okay? I came down by 12 inches. So after I'm done doing that, I'll go ahead and connect them this way. This is 12 inches, okay? So next, I'll go ahead and measure out my shoulder to my kneecap. Okay, my shoulder to kneecap is 41 inches. I'll chalk it down. This is my shoulder to my kneecap. I'll chalk it down. So on that my kneecap line, I'll go ahead and chalk down the circumference of my hip. Okay, after connecting the lines this way, I'll divide my hip circumference by 4. Whatever I have, I'll chalk it down on this line. Then I'll add 3 inches for ease allowance and then 1 inches for sewing allowance. Okay, so after I'm done doing that, I'll go ahead and connect it to my sleeve opening this way. From my sleeve opening, I'll come in by 3 inches. Okay, I'll come in by 3 inches this way. Then I'll connect it down to my kneecap. You can see the way I'm connecting it. Okay, give it that cow shape down to my kneecap and I'll stop here. So once I get there, I'll stop. So next, I'll go ahead and chalk down my full length. I'm making use of length 60 inches plus 2 inches in allowance, which is 62 inches. Okay, so my full length is 62 inches. So after I'm done connecting it, I'll take it down from my kneecap down to my full length. Whatever I have on my kneecap, I'll chalk it down on my full length. Then I'll connect it straight this way. And this is what I have, guys. Okay, so now let me explain what I have here. Okay, let me explain it very well for you guys. So from here, I have my neck width, which is 3.5 inches. And this is my neck depth, 1 inches. I went ahead to connect them this way. So next, I chalk down my half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. Okay, half of it, 8 inches. And from that 8 inches, I chalk down my sleeve length, which is 20 inches. From here, I have 20 inches here. And from that 20 inches, I came down by 12 inches for my sleeve opening, okay? And from that 12 inches, I came in by 3 inches. This is the 3 inches. So next, I measure out my shoulder to my kneecap. This is my shoulder to kneecap line. After that, I went ahead to connect it down to my shoulder to kneecap this way. And on my shoulder to kneecap line, I divided my hip circumference into 4. I chalk it down plus 3 inch is allowance and plus 1 inch is sewing allowance. So whatever I have on my kneecap line, I take it down to my full length straight. Okay, so after I'm done doing that, guys, I'll go ahead and cut it out. So let's do that. There's no shoulder slope on this particular tutorial. Okay, there's no need for shoulder slope. So this is what I have, as you can see. Okay, this is what I have. So now I'll go ahead and open it up this way. I use two fabric at the back. I use mikado and damask for my back. So I'll go ahead and open up this part, like I'll split it into two. Just watch what I'll be doing here. Open it up into two this way, and I'll split it into two. Okay, so this is what I have. I'll keep one of the fabric aside. So now I'm using this one to cut out my damask fabric. Okay, so let's do that. This is my damask. So I'll open it up this way, then place my mikado fabric on it. Okay, just watch what I am doing. Wrong side facing wrong side. Make sure you arrange this very well, then I'll go ahead and cut it out. Okay, and this is what I have after I was done cutting it out. So right here I have my back fabric, both mikado and damask. This is what I have. Okay, so I'll go ahead and sew them together, right side facing right side, and I'll sew it down. Okay, so I'll keep this aside. This is my second mikado, the one I said you should keep aside. So I'll use it and get my front fabric. So now for the neck depth of my front, I'll make use of 8 inches. Okay, from that 8 inches, I'll come in by 2 inches down to my full length. Okay, 2 inches down to my full length. And this is what I have. So now I'll connect it this way to my neck width. And after that, I'll go ahead and cut it out. So right here, I have my front fabric. So I'll go ahead and use that front fabric to cut out my damask. Okay, I'll place it this way, right side facing right side. Arrange it very well. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. Okay, just watch what I am doing. And this is what I have. Okay, this is my front fabric, both mikado and damask. This is what I have. So now I'll place my back fabric this way. Like I said earlier, right side facing right side. I'll go ahead and sew it down. So guys, after I was done sewing it down, this is what I have. I went ahead to open and press it down very well. Make sure you open and press. Okay, and this is what I have. So now I'll turn it this way to the right side. Okay, I'll turn it to the right side and I'll place my front fabric on it this way. Right side facing right side. I want to stitch down the shoulder. Then I'll go ahead and sew the two shoulders down. Okay, so let's go and do that, guys. So guys, after I was done sewing the shoulders down, this is what I have. Okay, make sure you open and press. It's very important. This is what I have. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and open it up this way. This is my right side. On my right side, from my shoulder, this is my shoulder line. Okay, this is my shoulder line. I'll come in by 7 inches. And from that 7 inches, I'll come in again by 7 inches. So this second 7 inches, I'll get the midpoint. That's the second 7 inches. I'll get the midpoint. Then I'll hold it this way. I'll bring it up this way. Okay. This is my shoulder plate. The height is 3.5 inches. Okay. The diameter is 3.5 inches. I'll go ahead and measure it out to be very sure. I have 3.5 inches. So I'll go ahead and pin this part also down. Measure out my 3.5 inches and I'll pin it down. This side also I'll pin it down. And this is what I have. This is my shoulder pleat. So now from my shoulder, I'll go up, I'll come down by 8 inches, okay? And from this same shoulder, I'll go up by 8 inches. So this is what I have. I'll sew them down. From here, I'll sew from here to this part and I will stop just to hold the shoulder pleat down, okay? So let me repeat the same process here. I came out by 7 inches and another 7 inches. So in between the second 7 inches, I have 3.5. I'll go ahead and pick it up this way. The height of my shoulder pleat is 3.5. So I'll pin it down. Okay. So I'll also go ahead and pin this other side down. Make sure you measure it very well to be sure. I have 3.5 inches. So I measure this part also out. So after that, from my shoulder, I'll go up by 8 inches. This is my 8 inches. And from the shoulder, I'll come down by 8 inches. So I'll go ahead and sew it. Like I'll just hold that part. So guys, after I was done sewing it down, this is what I have. Can you see? This is what I have. From that 8 inches, I sew it down to the other side just to hold it down. And this is what I have. This is the other side. This is what I have, guys. Okay. So next, I'll go ahead and measure out this part. Like from my neckline, I'll measure it down to my full length for my lapel. Okay. I'll go ahead and measure it down to my full length. Just watch what I'm doing. From the center line of my shoulder, I'll measure it down to my full length. And what I have here is 66 inches. Okay. 66 inches. So I'll be making use of 70 inches to be on the safe side. I'll go ahead and cut out length 70 inches into 2. Okay. Remember, I measured it from the center line of my shoulder. So I'll be cutting out 70 inches into 2. Okay. So here I have length 70 inches and the height is 5 inches. Okay. Can you see what I have over here? I have 70 inches into 2 and the height is 5 inches. So when I fold it into 2 this way and sew out 0.5, what I'll be left with is 2 inches. Remember, I took out 2 inches from the front line of my fabric. I took out 2 inches from this part. So I'll go ahead and replace it back with my lapel, okay? So now what I'll be doing here now is to sew it down, right side facing right side this way, right side facing right side, and I'll go ahead and sew it down. This part will be on my shoulder. This is the center line of my shoulder, okay? I'll go ahead and sew it down. So guys, after I was done joining it down, this is what I have. So make sure you give it a good press, and this is what I have, okay? So now I'll go ahead and chalk down my neck depth, okay? From the center line of my shoulder, my neck depth is 12 inches. I'm making use of 12 inches. Okay, this is the 12 inches. So now I'll go ahead and get the midpoint of 5 inches. The midpoint of 5 inches is 2.5. Okay, I'll chalk it down. This is my 2.5. I'll trace it down. Okay, I'll sew it down and I'll stop at 42 inches. Okay, remember the down part will be having slits. So for my shoulder, I'll measure at 42 inches. 42 or 43 inches. I'll stop at that point. So I will sew from my 10 inches down to this point and I will stop. Okay, from this point down to this point. So let's go and do that. So guys, after I was done sewing, this is what I have. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and open it up this way. Just watch what I'm doing. I'll open it up this way. Okay, this is what I have. As you can see, the down part is open. I'll go ahead and open it up this way and give it a very good press. Open it up and give it a very good press. Make sure you arrange it very well. So let's go and do that. Okay. So guys, after I was done pressing it down, this is what I have. So now I'll bring in my fabric this way. This is my fabric, and I'll place it this way, center line to center line, and I'll pin it down. Can you see what I'm doing? And I'll go ahead and pin it down. Pin it down to the full length, okay? After that, I'll go ahead and sew it down, and I'll also pin the other side down, and I'll sew it down, okay? So let's go and do that, guys. So guys, after I was done sewing it down, this is what I have. As you can see, it's looking so neat. This is what I have, okay? So now I'll go ahead and open it up this way. I'll go ahead and open it up this way to the wrong side, okay? So this is my waist, like my belt. This is my waist belt. So now from my shoulder, I'll measure out 17 inches. That is shoulder to my waistline, 17 inches. And from this side too, I'll chalk down 17 inches. So from the midpoint, I'll come out by 8 inches. Okay, and from this same midpoint, I'll go out by 8 inches. It is where I'll be placing my belt. Okay, I'll place it this way and I'll sew it down. And I'll also place this other side this way and I'll sew it down. Okay, after I'm done doing that, I'll go ahead and join the side together. Right side facing right side, I'll join the side together. I'll also go ahead and sew the base, like the down part. Okay, so let's go and do that, guys. So guys, after I was done sewing the side and the base together, this is what I have. This is the final look. So you can see it's looking so neat. This is the final look, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and also share for more videos. So see you all in my next tutorial. Bye.